Okay, I'm at the Manheim in Ocoee, Florida, outside Orlando. Dropped two vehicles off for a local guy this morning. I picked them up like 4:30 in the morning. Electric Jeep and a Tesla that came here. And yesterday, a guy up in North Florida in Jasper, the last video, dropped two pickups and picked up one. Called me yesterday. He's got these two from here, and then three from the Manheim in Orlando going up to his dealership. So I am going to take these two, drop them, haul butt back to Orlando, about a 3-hour ride, get those three and try and get them back up there this afternoon, drop them off and call it a week. So I just loaded them up, strapped them in. Got about a 3-hour ride, so let me get on the road. It's about at 8 o'clock, I think, right now. I got here a little bit later than I planned. Wanted to get here at 6 when they opened. Got here at 7, but things happen. I am on Interstate 75 heading up to North Florida to drop these two off. I'm going to probably wait till tomorrow morning to get the three and bring back up here, because I'll be up here about 11:15. By the time I get out of there, it'll be 11:45, maybe 12. 3 hours to Orlando, and by the time I got loaded and try and get out of Orlando onto the Turnpike area on a Friday afternoon, it'd be 8 o'clock at night before I got up here. 7, 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna tell him I will pick him up tomorrow, or if he can, or if he's patient, maybe Monday morning. I prefer Monday morning, but we'll see what the dealership owner says. He's a pretty good guy. He said he lives down there in South Florida. He comes up here during the weekend. Alright, dropped those two off, and owner of the dealership, he's already headed back home to South Florida. He's got some meetings today, so I told them it's best to bring the other three on Monday, because it'd be too late in the day. By the time I got to Orlando, got them loaded, and I'd never be up here. It'd probably be closed. So they said Monday is fine, so they're going to bundle the payment, the 3 cars and the 2 cars instead of separate. So I'll just get a good check on Monday. I got paid $500 to bring these two, and I'm going to get $650 to bring the 3. So, and they're smaller cars, a Charger, I think, and a couple of little small cars, no big truck or anything. So, and I took 2 from Daytona to the Manheim this morning, and he's a regular guy, man, local attorney, good guy. It's only like 55 miles to, or 50 miles, I think, 52 to the Manheim from Daytona, and I charged him $100 a car. So I took 2 of them, so got $200 there. So if I could have got it all done, it'd have been a, what was it, $1,300 day or something. But oh well, I have to wait till Monday to get the other 3 and then go ahead and get paid for this. But I did get the $200 this morning. Left a check in the vehicle. 52 miles, something like that. Dropped them off. I was going there anyway to pick up the 2 I just picked up and dropped off here. So. Alright, well, we're going to head on home. It's going to be a 2.5 hour ride home from here. So it put me home about 2:30. Okay guys, it is Monday morning. I left off Friday. I didn't have time to pick up the other 3 to take to North Florida. I got to the Manheim 6 this morning, pulled all 3, and getting ready to run them up North Florida to that dealership. Took me about an hour to find them and drive them out, and then inspections and strapping them in. I think it's 7:30 now, 7:45. It's about a 3-hour ride up there. And he, on my way home Friday, he called me and said his other dealership, he's got one up in Middle Georgia, in Cordell, Georgia. Called me and said he's got 9 cars from Orlando going up there to his dealership. So next couple days I'm gonna be trekking back and forth, which, boy, it's nice to know 2-3 days in advance that you got a full trailer. So I'm getting ready to leave Orlando before this morning rush
that enhances the lives of children in your community.
Try and get on that turnpike and get out of town. Yeah, it's 7:48, so time to get in here. It's pulling them all and strapping them about an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm gonna Alright, dropped those 3 off up here in North Florida. Took me a little bit to get paid because the owner wasn't here, and they had to enter VIN numbers and all that in their computer system before they cut the check. But I am heading back down towards Ocala, Florida. I got a buddy of mine, transmission went out, and I'm gonna haul his truck over to a nearby town for him as a favor, and from there I'm gonna either go home, spend the night, and go to Manheim early in the morning, or it depends on the time when I drop his truck off, maybe go to Orlando, get the next 3 vehicles, and maybe drive all the way up to his dealership. He said I can drop them off anytime at night. They got a drop box and a big lot that I can spend the night in my truck if need be. So well, went by
in 0.2 miles at the end of the road.
Went by my buddy's place, got his Ram 2500. The tranny's slipping a little bit when it gets hot. Just dropped it off at
Turn left to Orange Boulevard.
At a place here in Sanford, Florida, Reed's Trucks. And once I got here, I said, about a year or 2 ago, I picked up a 2500 Ram that the owner didn't want to go ahead and pay for repairs, so I winched it up and delivered it to the guy's house. So yeah, it's a small world. You can go all over the place and know and swear you've been there before, but we're going home now. I got about a 45-minute ride home to Daytona, getting up about 4, and head to Orlando to the Manheim, pick up 3 and take them to Cordell, Georgia, between Tifton and Macon. Starting my day as always at Bucees. Fill up with fuel, fill up with depth, and that should get me through the day. Close to it. Heading to Orlando, get 3, head on up to Georgia. May go ahead and try and turn around and get back to Orlando. Pick up 3 more this afternoon or early
again afterwards with that fake.
All depends on time. How long it takes me to find them, load them, strap them in, get on down the road. 4:58 in Daytona, and it's 52 degrees this morning. A little chilly. Sure better in a few months from now when it'll be 88 degrees this time of day. These are the three I picked up this morning in Orlando. Little Mitsubishi, a little Hyundai, and a Dodge Challenger. I am about an hour from Cordell, Georgia, dropping these off. Finally decided to pull over and take a little break here at the rest stop and check straps. Nice light load. Can't even feel them on the behind the truck, and get pretty good fuel mileage, about 11 miles a gallon. Always like to come around and check the hubs, make sure they're not hot. It's a little warm, but nothing to worry about. So, okay, I've unloaded two. Now this little tiny Mitsubishi. Oh man, not very wide, I tell you. Whew. Warmed up pretty nice today. All right, let's put it in reverse. Fix that steering wheel. Sneak it right on down. Boy, this thing is so tiny. All right. All right. There's the Challenger, the little Honda, and then this. Guy came out and met me, and I said, this is 3 of the 9 I'm bringing. I will be back tonight or early in the morning with 3 more. So he told me where to leave the drop box over there by the tires, and just park them anywhere. And good parking lot. It's off the beaten path, so I can spend the night here if need be and still be safe. And pulled over here in Ashburn, Georgia. Get some fuel and get some lunch. Take a 30-minute break. Fuel is $3.82 a gallon here, diesel. And every pilot I've seen up and down the road's been over 4, so this is like a nice little break here. $3.89. I'm sorry. $3.82 if you got card. Got us a little hamburger, a little apple pie, and a drink. Do this 30-minute break and head back down to Florida. I'm 4 hours away from there, so back in Florida. Well, when I left the dealership, I was thinking about going back to Manheim and Orlando, load 3 up, drive a couple hours, spend the night. But then I got to thinking, it does me no good. I mean, even if I did that, got there at 10, 11 in the morning, by the time I got back to Orlando, it'd be evening again, and I'd spend the night in the truck, and then go back up there, and it'd still be Thursday. So I decided to just go home and do three cars a day, 3 tomorrow and 3 Thursday, because it's 300 miles each way. And even if I cheated, which I don't, there's no way I could knock out 900 miles in one day and do it 3 back and forth. So I'm just gonna do it my way. It's already 12-hour days. I get to Manheim at 6, and by the time I get home, we're back down to Manheim at Orlando's 6 p.m. It's a 12-hour day. So I'm just going to stick with this schedule. Deliver 3 each day. Do 3 more tomorrow, and then 3 more Thursday. So they don't like it. Well, I don't make the laws. You know, you got 11 hours of drive time. Just about to cross into Georgia. I've got 3 more on here, so this is vehicles 4, 5, and 6 out of 9. and I am 105 miles from the dealership in Cordell. So far, I've had a nice drive, nice weather, not much traffic. We'll video unloading. Didn't video this morning, it was dark, but that's the 3 I just brought up to Georgia. Nice QC Sierra, Kia Soul. I can't remember where that is, but this is car 4, 5, and 6. Got 3 more I'll do tomorrow, and that'll be it. So it's a long ride up here and back. Alright, these are the last 3 going to Georgia. Got a Nissan up here. Got a Toyota Camry and a Buick Enclave. Last 3. This is cars 7, 8, and 9. We just got to strap them in and hit that 5-hour trip and be done. I might call it a week. If it depends, I'll check. Maybe there's something out of Tifton area or something out of that copart coming back to Florida. But as of now, once I get these done, I think I might call it a week. Do a little maintenance on the trailer tomorrow. Change the oil bath and the axles, or I might convert them to grease. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I like to get done, get up early tomorrow and get my supplies and just like knock it out. All right, we'll talk to you on the road. Heading home, dropped off the last of those cars to Georgia. On the way up here, I had a local guy I deal with a lot. Told me he had 2 cars of the Copart in Jacksonville, Florida. And I said, yeah, I'll get them. And so we sneak in there this afternoon before they close, pick them up, go home, and then just drop them off there and home tomorrow. But this place I dropped the vehicles off, I sat there an hour and a half waiting on the check. Got there at noon, left at 1:30. Apparently, checks got to be issued from their corporate office in South Florida, which they create a check, email it to this place, they print it out, then they got to have the manager sign it. Hour and a half process. They've known for 3 goddamn days that I'll be done with it Thursday. So that kind of screwed up my swinging my Jacksonville Copart, picking up the 2 and doing it, dropping them off in the morning. Now I've got to go up there to Jacksonville in the morning. I've got an 8:30 appointment to pick them both up tomorrow morning. By the time I get back, half the day I'll be gone. I was just going to take tomorrow off easy and do maintenance on my trailer, but nothing ever goes right. Hour and a half to issue a check. How ridiculous is that? Starting my day off like every other at Bucees here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Diesel is $3.63 a gallon here today. That's 40 to 50 cents more or cheaper than any truck stop on the interstate that I'll be traveling today. So let me tell you, with a 50-gallon tank, that every little bit adds up. All right, we are on our way to Jacksonville, Florida to Copart. We got an 8 a.m. appointment, pick up a Pathfinder, because I couldn't pick it up yesterday because of waiting on a check so long. And then we're going to head to Ocala, which is a little bit, not far, but a little bit out of the way. I'll just have to take a lot of back roads. Picking up I think it's a Camry. And they're both going to the same location to a guy in Daytona. And then we're going to call it a week. That'd be a 14 car a week. That's a record for me. I am at the Copart in Jacksonville. Not a lot of people there this morning. They actually opened the gates about 5 minutes early, which is shocking. Luckily I ran in there and I was the second person to pick up the title and everything. But I think the guy's picking my vehicle up back there. Gray Pathfinder forklift. We're going to get this loaded, strapped in, and haul butt to, well, it's not me there, probably the other guy. Then haul butt to Ocala Copart. I got a 12 o'clock appointment there. And pick that up and take them to Daytona and call it a week. Well, I made it to the Ocala Copart about an hour and a half early, but they're pretty good here. They'll still love me. As you can see, very small lot, maybe 4 vehicles can get across here. But if they're real busy, they'll open that gate and allow you to drive back there. There's a big opening you can park. But it's a tight little spot. You gotta come in, turn right, go towards that fence, and back. But we're almost done for the week, as soon as I can get this loaded. All right, we got the Santa Fe loaded, and the what was the other car, Honda Pilot or a Nissan Pathfinder. Loaded up. We got about a 60-mile ride back to Daytona. Drop these 2 off and get paid them. And the guy I'm dropping off's got a little forklift, so it doesn't matter how they're loaded, if they run or not. So this is the little Copart. Maybe room for 4 vehicles, but it's empty now. All right, forgot to video the forklift getting the 2 vehicles off. Going up here to give him his titles, get paid. And boy, I'm done. I'm wore out for this week. Whew. Get a couple days rest and get back at it on Monday. My annual routine when I'm done for the week, go to this car wash here and hose the car down, the truck down real good. Then I go home and do a hand wash and do the fine detailing. The truck's too big to go through a drive-through car wash, so I just come down here, pressure wash it, get all the dirt and the bugs and the brake dust off of it, and then I go home and do it with a wash rag, and then I detail it, and then I wax it, clean the rims real good. Daily routine, weekly routine. So it's early, it's only 2 o'clock on a Friday, so I can go home and relax a little bit before I start getting on it, and get right back after it on Monday. Had a good week. 14 cars removed this week. 14, a record for me. 12 to Georgia. 9 to Georgia, 3 to North Florida, and 2 today from Jacksonville and Ocala back down here to Daytona. So very, very good week, productive. I put almost 2,800 miles on this week. So a lot of it was deadhead from Georgia back because I didn't want to pick something up and then have to deliver it the next morning, get a late start the next day. I was up at 3:45 every morning, getting to Manheim about 5:45, getting right there at the gate as soon as they open, and go in and get my vehicles, because I knew it was 5 hours up, hour or so to unload, 5 hours home. So pretty much 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day this week, except for today. Catch you on the next one.